What's up, everybody? I'm on location at Timber Creek Camp. I'm here for Breakthrough Retreat meetings. A Breakthrough Retreat is January 14th through 17th. That's Martin Luther King weekend. That's open to all grades. Be watching. It's a great experience. I know you all want to be a part of that. This is also where we're having Confirmation Retreat November 6th and 7th. So anyway, well, we got some good news stuff. Only 4 of you sent in things this week. Marley Christensen, 2 weeks off. That's all you Lamar County people. I know you're enjoying it. Leighton Jones, Dad got stitches off. Hope he's healing up. Hallie Ingram, ICH collected over 500 cans for the Edward Street food pantry. Way to go, girls. And Gigi Tisdale, good grade on my very hard math test. Good job, Gigi. Studying pays off. Well, we got those 4 right here. We're gonna stick them in. There's one for the blooper reel. Put them in the hat, and we're gonna draw. And we've got drum roll. Hallie Ingram. Congrats, Hallie. Well, that's it. Hope you'll have a great D group, and continuing this be the one of the last 2 ones on relationships. So, love y'all. What's up, everybody? We continue our D group series on friendships. So here's the big idea for tonight. True friendship is about loyalty no matter the circumstance. Now, you said loyalty was the #1 thing you look for in friendships. And there's a reason for that. Why is it so important? Because things change. Life brings changes. Here's the deal. Friends make good decisions and bad decisions. Friends can be in good moods and bad moods. Friends, you know this. You can be kind one moment and jerky the next. It's just a fact. Good things can happen to friends and bad things can happen to friends. Bottom line, things change, people change. Loyalty is crucial. Okay, so you think about Scripture, is there a good illustration of loyalty in friendships? Yes, there is. But you guess that was the answer. Jonathan and David. All right. So in the book of 1 Samuel, we meet David. We meet him. He's a young shepherd boy. Really a young shepherd. He was a young man. He was a shepherd. The prophet Samuel, led by God, anointed David to be the next king. Here was this young shepherd boy to be the next king of Israel. A little later, David was brought into King Saul's court. Now, King Saul was the actual king at the time, to play harp, to soothe King Saul. He later defeated Goliath the giant. You know that story, David and Goliath. After this, it's important, he meets Jonathan, who is Saul's son. They immediately become close friends. In fact, 1 Samuel 18:3, Jonathan made a solemn pact with David because he loved him as he loved himself. It was an immediate friendship, that deep connection you have with somebody else who's a friend. Now, just to make sure we're all on the same page here, David is the king anointed. Okay, he's the one that God has picked to be king. But Jonathan is the call of the current king, King Saul. This makes Jonathan the heir to the king. Okay, he would normally be the next king, which means Jonathan is best friends with the guy who's going to become king instead of him. Make sense? Now, Jonathan, instead of getting jealous and angry, he stays loyal because he loves David. In fact, there's a beautiful picture. He says this. It's because of his loyalty to his friend, Jonathan gives David his royal robe, tunic, sword, bow, and belt. All of those were royal symbols for the king. He gives them to David because of his friendship. All right, we'll make a long story short, okay? Just try to keep up. Here's the rest of the story. Saul ends up becoming very jealous of David and tries to kill him multiple times. Like, he throws a spear at him during a party. And it's just crazy stuff. He just tries to kill him multiple times. He even tried to get Jonathan, his own son, to kill David. His own son, to kill his best friend. Then he went so far as to try to kill Jonathan. He tried to kill his own son. Craziness. But Jonathan stayed loyal to his friend David. The story, in fact, in 1 Samuel, it repeats itself. He repeats the phrase again for emphasis. Jonathan loved David as he loved himself. This entire story is one of my favorites in Scripture. Their friendship was deeper than anything else. Nothing else could come in the place of their friendship. Even when there was awesome news for David, Jonathan stayed loyal. I'm sure he felt jealousy when he knew that David was king and he was not going to become king, but loyalty won out, and he was happy for his friend. I'm sure we've all been there in a similar situation. Maybe not kings involved, but good things happen to a friend, and you have to fight that jealousy and be happy for your friend out of loyalty. What about when Saul was trying to kill David? The easiest thing for Jonathan to do would have been to go along with his dad. In fact, it would have been the safest thing for him to do. This was hard because it put him in danger, but loyalty won out. Now, you probably haven't been put in a situation where your life is in danger, but maybe your reputation is in danger. Loyalty wins out. At the end of the day, friendships cannot be about popularity or what you get out of it from your friend. Friendships are about loyalty based on brotherly and sisterly love for one another, through the good, the bad, and the struggles. The story of David and Jonathan is also an amazing picture of God's loyalty to us, his people, and through the ups and downs, most profoundly in the Son of Jesus and the commitment that God has to his people. Proverbs 17:17. A friend is always loyal, and a brother or sister is born to help in time of need. Friends, true godly friends, are loyal even when it's difficult, even when it's hard. Now, I do have to say, are there limits to loyalty? Of course there are. In other words, are there times you need to remove yourself from a friendship? Sure. But those are the exceptions. That's too deep a question for this video, but if you're struggling with a friendship, I encourage you to talk to a wise adult you trust who can guide you through that situation. Bottom line for all of us, pray for the grace of God to help us to become more like David and Jonathan in our loyalty to our friendships. Love you. Hope you have a good discussion.